Alrighty guys, on the trails, heading off to camp, here with Jesse today, and trying to get some photos, maybe some shots of some owls if we can. And while we're out, we're also going to have a little lunch. I got some wild boar medallions today, and possibly some other goodies. So we'll get a fire started, a real fire this time, so we're gonna have to dig out a fair sized section, get some wood processing done, and get a fire on. I'm really looking forward to taking this coat off because I'm already busting a sweat. It's been a pretty bad hike. It's about -9 with the wind today, and it doesn't feel like that though, to be honest. It feels much warmer. But these wool hoodies from Verustalika really get your heat pumping, let me tell you. But great piece of kit, but you really have to be careful you don't overheat them. Now, you guys remember the last time we were here how much snow was here, right? I shoveled out the hole, everything was good, but check this out. So
just a little more.
Just a little more. We got at least another foot where we got to clean all that out, and we got a bunch more coming today. So while we're out here, we're gonna enjoy it while we can, get a fire started, get some lunch cooked, and then around noon, I believe, the snow's supposed to start falling again. And again and again and again. It's a nasty winter. You guys over at Nova Scotia, you have no idea how lucky you are. Even though you bought your snowshoes and you can't use them, this sucks. It's also fun. All right, just looking for some standing deads. I found one, but the snow here is probably somewhere around 4 feet, and walking is kind of treacherous, even with the shoes on, and we're still sinking about a foot and a half in the snow while walking before it compacts enough to hold our weight. But I found a nice standing dead. We're gonna go ahead and take her down, and it looks to be beach, I think.
Oof, that's a hard. There she goes. It disappeared.
It's gone.
What are you doing? Oh. It's not cutting through fast enough.
I know. Too slow, eh? Solid frozen beach. One. So, got all the tools packed up for transport, just in case I end up going ass over keister. I don't want one of these things cutting into me, so we got them all closed up. And now, just to get it all processed down, we'll have to find a bunch of smalls and then get to work. There we go. Sorry guys, hopefully you can see that behind me. We got some smalls, some mediums, and I was also able to split up some of the beach logs. I'll give you a quick look at that right now. So we got all these guys split up. Yes, there is a fine dusting of snow on it, but that shouldn't be a problem. We got some more guys here, some sawed up logs here. We're gonna make a few more right there, and this is where we're gonna put our fire. So I'm thinking what we'll do with those little smaller kind of wrist size logs, I'll probably put those down as a bed, just to be careful, because I mean, we dug out the hole, but once the fire starts, the wall on the back is going to start to melt, and water's going to run down. All right, so I've got my fire steel that I got from my buddy Mark from MCK. He made this for me when I was doing my last giveaway. It's got a Nathan 4071 ferro rod on there, and I'm going to try to make my first fire with my CRKT Chance and Hill. I'm not even sure if this will produce, oh yeah, it'll produce sparks. So in this bundle here, we got some fat wood, and we've got some birch bark. There we go. We all know fire likes to climb. Probably smoking you guys out right now, but let's get some of these bigger fellas going. So this is all gonna happen real fast.
I think we're good.
We're looking pretty good, but it is all moist and it's got snow on it, so. Oh. Now, to be able to cook properly on this guy, we're going to need to have some good coals going. So we did split up all this beech here, got to the inside of the wood, so we should be pretty decent. Once that stuff lights, get a couple of these guys up on top. So Mark, if you're watching, I'm still using this little beauty. Thank you very much. I absolutely love this, and I find it goes great with my puko too. It's kind of like a nice, nice traditional looking kit. If you know, it's not too bad, eh? So there you go. We got a nice fire started in some pretty crappy conditions, and all with natural stuff. So birch bark, fat wood, and then all the smalls and stuff that we found standing dead and whatnot. Mission accomplished. So it's been quite a while now. I've been using this CRKT Chance and Hell. As you saw in this video, I was you know, chopping some and splitting some pretty decent size beech logs. These were really hard seasoned logs. The grain was somewhat straight on some of them, but some of them were also were quite knotty. And I was still able to chop through them. Even some of the longer pieces I did off camera, I was able to chop right through them, no problem. And if it got stuck, I just batoned it the rest of the way and it split up fine. And I mean, I've been pretty rough on this thing, and you can see it's still dead straight. It needs to be sharpened, but I don't have any rollovers or chips or anything in that edge. I mean, take a look. I mean, it needs to be sharpened. I've pretty much abused this thing. You know, I put it away wet. It doesn't have that much rust on it, if any. It's more like dirt and grime. It just needs to be cleaned off. And I got some sap from the hemlock trees. A little bit of the red starting to turn brown now. But I mean, this thing is taking a beating, and I haven't been nice to it at all. The one thing I will suggest to anybody buying one of these things, the handle is great, comfortable, chops really well, gives you a good position to blast through just about anything you need to chop with. But when it does get a little bit wet and your hand gets moist, it slips. That's why I put this lanyard on here. It's just enough to slip my hand into it, so when it starts slipping, I can get like the 3-finger chop, and I can really get some business done with this thing. But all things considered, I absolutely love this thing. This is great. When you're looking for any kind of small chopping tasks, chopping down saplings and or trees about this size, it'll get her done, and it'll get her done with authority even. So if you guys were ever wondering about this, I just wanted to give you a heads up, because I know we looked at this a while back when I did my first impressions. I'm not going to do a review on it, but I got to tell you, I really do like this thing. And when I'm out and I want to have like a big knife small knife combo, I bring this guy, and it does an excellent job. All right, guys. So we got the kettle on the fire. Just had to raise it up a little bit. The heat coming off that thing was pretty intense and started to melt my cord. So anyway, got to hang it from the tripod now. And we're just about to bust out the grill and get some wild boar steaks on with some tasty spices. And we'll stick that over the fire as soon as it stops smoking. It's getting pretty nasty down there. I think we may have burnt through our bed, and now it's just sitting in water. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be a smoky lunch, though, I'll tell you that much. But not so bad. We should probably get some more... We should probably get some more wood on that fire, get her going nice and hot again, and then get that grill on and start cooking our meat. I'm dying here. Alrighty, so we got our wild boar medallions. Picked these guys up at the butcher. Wish I could have hunted for them, but not really much of a chance to do that. But what we're gonna do, let's see if I put this here. What we're gonna do is I have these spices. They're actually called it's called Cool Runnings, and it's kind of like an all-purpose spice, but it's really tasty stuff. And this is actually one of my secret ingredients to making pulled pork. And my ribs.
Ain't much of a secret anymore, right?
Not much of a secret anymore, but that's only if you could find it. The only time I've ever found this spice is in a store in Ontario, but I really like it. It's their Caribbean blend, and it's really good. So I brought those two guys, and I believe a little something extra in there. I'll show you that in a bit. But we're gonna spice these little fellers up. There we go. Wild boar medallions. Get all that on there. Don't want to miss out on any of that good blood. So I have this barbecue sauce. It's West Island Fire jerk barbecue sauce. This is some badass stuff. Me and a family member make this. This is another one of our products. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the pork, and as it's cooking, or on the boar as it's cooking, I'll just put this on to see if we can get a nice little bark going, and this should be really damn good. Let me tell you. Well, it's looking like it's almost ready. And we got round 2 of coffee going. And yeah, we should be good. Okay, chuck it right there. And here we go here. We've got some homemade banana bread that Jesse's fiance made. And let me tell you, it smelled so good. So Jesse was out taking some photos with his camera yesterday, and I'll give you a look. There's his camera, and he's wandering around looking for some owls. He was having a hard time finding owls, but he came across this area, and What do you figure, Jess? How many feet from you did this little guy pop up?
I guess maybe, give or take, maybe 100 feet or so. This nice sized male coyote stood up in front of me. I guess I woke it up because it looked like when he got up, he did the big long stretch with his arched back, and then he let out a yawn, and he actually let out a few yawns while I was trying to take photos of him. And I was able to get pretty close, but I still kept my distance because I wasn't sure what this guy was going to do. But he just calmly hung out. He did walk even towards me, but didn't let out a snarl or anything like that. And it was hard to tell. The snow was very deep. He was even having trouble walking through the snow, but he did follow my trail of my snowshoes, I guess because it looked easier to travel that way. And I got a lot of really cool shots. Maybe Mark can throw them into the video somehow if you want to see them.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all.
Cool. I'll attach some of those pics that Jesse took. He's quite a good photographer and took some really nice photos. And this coyote just seemed to want to pose for him. It was just incredible. So I'll attach those at the end of this video. And thank you for that, actually. That's pretty cool.
No problem.
Alrighty guys, just breaking trail. Gotta go do some tobogganing with the boy and some of his friends. So, here we are hiking out. We had that really good lunch. Had that really good lunch and hiked through the snow. I think the next time out though, we're gonna head out towards that beaver dam again and go check on what's going on over there. It's been a while since we've been down there, and I'm still trying to arrange to do a winter overnighter around here, but not sure if it's gonna work, if I can plan it out in time. What do you got?
Chaka?
Chaka, where? You alright?
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
That's chaga on the birch tree.
Yeah.
Nice golden inside.
Sorry guys, we're just hiking our way out now after having that great lunch. Sitting by that fire, it was kind of nice and warm, and kept us going for the day anyway. But be sure at the end of this video to check out those pictures that Jesse took of that coyote. He got some excellent pictures, and it's pretty cool of him to let me put them on my video. So just want to say thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you again soon. Get out and explore, and if anything cool happens from here to the car, I'll bring you on back. Take care.